welcome back, yo. You know what it is. This is Faxplustax, and we're here to give you the best content you've ever heard, seen. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 5. My name's Obi.
Ricardo, you know what it do? So Bechi.
It's Rich, the older head.
CJ.
It's your boy Tingy, aka T Breezy, aka aka yo, when is this shit over? Aka Jesus, come back, we need you now.
The hype man.
Why?
Man, it's tough times right now, man. It's tough times.
They never last though. Tough times never last.
They're lasting. They're lasting right now.
Damn, man. Damn. How you guys been, man? How you guys been? It's been a minute. I've seen y'all. What you guys been doing?
Same old.
Surviving.
Give me a different answer, man. Come on, man. The people want to hear something else.
Yeah, now you're in Miami. Miami's lit right now, bro. You guys really going down, like, for real.
I was thinking about going to Miami, man, but the bands ain't around.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
Man,
Yo, what's that?
Shows out your window, bro. Shows out your window. Let's keep on you.
Nah, the way they could be set up, but just can't. The lighting and shit up.
There's no windows? There's no windows, right?
Yeah, I live in a dungeon, bro.
My real question is, would you guys still take that hit just to, like, let's say if we were in the pandemic for 2 years, would you guys still take that hit and come back and quarantine at a hotel paying about $2
ooh, it depends. It depends on not the person and the situation on this one, but it depends on what the trip is, right? If you're actually going somewhere lit, you've never been there before, it's a great opportunity. If it's a dealers, because you know I like deals, I'll take it. It'll be worth it. If you're saying,
you know, you're gonna come back and pay.
No, I mean deals like, let's say you get a resort deal right now because it's COVID, right? Let's say they say, oh, sick deal, you only pay fucking $100 for a week type thing, and you've always wanted to go to this place, let's say Jamaica or something, right? Then you're gonna take it and be like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna deal with this 2 bands and I get back. But yeah, I think you just gotta weigh the pros and cons.
Why guys acting like it's 2 bands? That shit is close to 2K though.
No, but then like, It's not until you test, like,
a lot of money.
Until you get the. Yeah, sorry, right?
No, like I wouldn't even think twice about it. It's like, bro, just calm, just relax. Things are gonna pop off at the end of the day. But to pay that, come back and go in the hotel, it's like it's gonna ruin the whole trip. You're gonna enjoy your 7 days, but you're gonna be staying in the hotel for another 3 days.
True.
Just like looking at the ceiling. You know what I mean? Like that's trash.
But to be fair, like, I don't understand it. Like, a normal hotel, just without COVID and everything, costs less than like $400 or $500, like, for 3 nights. Yeah. Why would this one like cost? I mean, $2K. I don't understand it.
Because you're housing potentially COVID positive people, so you have to pay the hotel a bit more. They're not just going to clean. They have to clean it. They have to come disinfect. They have to make sure people don't come around you.
To be honest, when I was doing the math with Rich, I was doing the math with him. I was talking about it, and we calculated like 3 days. You're probably paying like an average of like a good hotel, maybe $300 a night. A great hotel, $300 a night, and then for your COVID test is like what, $250. So that's 300 times 3 plus 250. That's coming out around the ballpark of like 1.3K. So that's like still under 2K. So like, but then again, that can still pay for vacation itself. So then again, like, is it really worth going on vacation just to come back and pay for another vacation where you're in quarantine and isolation?
Okay, if you have the band, it's worth it.
Yeah.
If you have 100K in your account, it's tough for you then, but for us guys, like, I'm not spending that.
then all those resorts are going to be empty. Do you know what I mean? Because like the other people in there are not going to all be rich people. You know what I mean? So it's going to be an empty resort.
Yeah.
I think you have to go with like your crew or like your bubble. Maybe that's the only thing you can that could work. Other than that,
mix with the locals.
No, like when you leave like Toronto, like take your whole squad, like all you guys go together, your bubble. You guys go together, have fun together, come back together. Otherwise, as you said, it's like you're not gonna meet anyone there because everyone else is quarantine.
But even if you quarantine, are you gonna be quarantining with these people like in the same hotel, same bubble? Would they let you do that? Just so you're not bored and all of that.
Pretty sure they won't.
Fair. Going straight into what we have to talk about today. I was just thinking, the past couple of weeks when we haven't spoken, I was just like, some of us are like you're on social media, and you just see some people who you were friends with in uni, and some people have changed, some people haven't, and it's just you wonder when it's time to like leave your old ways. Like, so I'm gonna pose a question to you guys, right? When do you think, if at all you did, when do you think you changed your ways from like your uni ways? When do you think is the right time to like to change your uni ways, like how you were moving in uni compared to how you're moving right now, post grad, and seeing how life is really? When do you think it's time to change, or when do you think you changed?
I think you should ask the old head first, because
the old head
obviously comes
before. It's the seat that I occupy, I guess. I think right when you start getting into full-time professional work, you gotta drop it somehow. If you're drinking a lot, I don't know, and your body will tell you too. You can't just drink on like 2 nights straight and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Like, no, bro. It's like now you're gonna have to call the ER. Like, I'm going in because I need my liver being called out. It's like, it's just different. My body told me, I'm 29 now. So it's like my body told me, it's like, yo, you can't drink as much as you could.
Yeah.
And I don't have that desire to go out as much, to be honest. I'm thinking about other things in life, so it will kind of naturally tell you that way. But I think for most people, going into a profession and working every day, and if you're working towards a passion, I think that will overtake, clubbing and doing all that kind of stuff most of the time.
Great answer, man. Great answer from a well-experienced individual. Anyone else wants to fill in on that?
Well, for me,
let's go to the younger. Who's the youngest right here?
Let's hear the youth.
Who's the youth, then, man? Yeah, the youth.
I don't think
I'm definitely not the youth, but I claim the youth. But for me, that's bad. I claim, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Relax.
That's so funny.
No, but for me, it's like, bro, when that first rent check came in and it was on you to pay that shit, that's when I was like, oh shit, it's time to get serious. Like, it's time to get serious. Get your life ready, get your fucking profession ready. But yeah, man, once you have, I think like what Rich said, once you have bills and responsibilities, it's kind of hard to even like try do both. But yeah, so for me, I think that's when the turning point was. And that was like literally in uni, even last uni days, that's when you start thinking of it, because okay, it's coming up, I'm gonna graduate. What am I gonna do? Where am I trying to go? How am I trying to achieve it? Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a hard time. That was definitely a hard time,
because life hits you right after
graduating.
Life hits you like okay, you kind of have like a comfort zone, like not a comfort zone, like a cushion when you're in uni, but once you graduate, a lot of things change, and then you have to adapt to it, right? But then my thing is, some people don't adapt; they still move in the same way while doing the jobs they do on a regular basis, right? So like, again, like the things I'm saying, like what I mean is, just your life habits, right? Clubbing, drinking, talking to multiple women, you know what I'm saying? Doing a whole bunch of some things you might consider reckless at that time. when do you think is a good time to like switch it up? Is it immediately right after graduating, or it takes some time to transition?
Thing is, like, to add on what Rich said, it's not just about like how life hits you, but like also like it's all about what you want, right? So if you want to go out and do all that and still work, you put in the time to do all that. Like you'll still go out, you still work, you still do whatever. But it's like if your priorities, are different after uni, and you say, yeah, listen, I'm over that stuff, but like, and I want to achieve this and this in my life, and this needs me to chill out and going out and study on the weekend or catch up on work or whatever it is. Then I feel like that those things will make you change. But like circumstances, everyone adapts to circumstances, right?
Yeah.
Because you see other people say, might be, after uni they're making more money, with jobs, so they want to go out more. They're making less money, as some guy said, you have bills and stuff, so you're going out less.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, it's about what you want for yourself. If your priorities are, I shouldn't say straight, but like if your priorities are not going out, then that's your thing.
They made a great point there.
But I guess
so going out is okay to be in priorities for.
I would. He didn't say a priority.
Whether it's okay or not is different. Whether it's okay or not, that's what I was saying is different because everyone is different. Personally, for me, it's not, but everyone else is different.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean it's not okay? Like, I think it's also okay. Like, it's okay to go out. Like, I think it's also a big thing where you have to, like, you don't want to overconsume yourself in your work, right? Like, it's good to let it out.
Is the question? Is it a priority?
Yeah.
It can. For some people, it can. Like for some people, I know. Like for other like successful people, they've said like I've actually had to schedule like time to go out and like make it a priority in my life because otherwise I was getting overconsumed by work, right? Or you can get lost in work or lost in serious shit all the time and then you lose yourself or you can lead to depression or like other serious things, right? So you also want to just make sure you are obviously again, it doesn't have to be in the form of going out, but for some people that's the way they like let loose or enjoy themselves, you know what I mean? So it could be priority for someone.
I'm sorry.
So my question is this. No. So I agree with you, Cindy, by the way, like the work-life balance, once you get into that professional work, the work-life balance is still crucial, right? So, and that said, like when you finish working, you still want to link up with the boys or you want to do whatever. What is the type of going out now? That's that's different from the work. So, you going out and having fun when you're, in uni, when you're in school, what is your getaway when you're actually working and, you're an older head and you're professional? Like, can you still go out and enjoy yourself the same way you did when you were, a youth, for example, like in those days when you're in school? Like, is the type of balance that you get when you need to, release your mind of whatever other stresses you have? Is that the same? You know what I mean?
Sunga, are you going to answer that? Because that was direct.
Is it to me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, so again, I think it can be, right? So again, for some people, I think if you feel like the club, because they're grown ass men we've seen in the club, right? Some of them are actually really successful. Some of them are not. Some of them are just, again, stuck in their old ways, haven't changed, haven't evolved. But so I think it just depends what you define it. And I can't answer that definitively for everyone, but it just depends what you define.
Right. Now, in your perspective, sorry.
Yeah.
Just to stop you there, in your perspective there, like when you're grown, you may be working, like, you have your full-time salary job, whatever. Are you still frowned upon for, say, going out like that, where like mass parties and clubs and all?
No. So I don't frown upon it. Okay. So for me, even it's definitely not. It's definitely for me, like the industries I want I work in the entertainment industry. So for that, in terms of just like media and everything, right? That's life. That's day to day. Like we get budgets to go out. You know what I mean? To like, if you're taking clients out or if you're, entertaining meetings there and stuff like that. So it's some places like even in America, they have the meetings in strip clubs. You know what I mean? Like it's for me personally and like what, like the industry I'm in, it's definitely not unprofessional to be partying. And then for some people it's an actual, they don't want to do it but they have to do it for work, you know what I mean? So there's that aspect of it as well where it's like to link with clients or to link with like people in the industry, you have to go to these events to meet them, right? And then now you're drinking, and there's gonna be booze, there's gonna be like alcohol, booze and alcohol. There's gonna be alcohol, there's gonna be all that. So yeah. But for me personally, I don't view it as long as you can actually balance it and you're not doing something for the sake of just doing it and it's taking over you.
The key is again balance. The key is balance, like you said. It's like, I don't know, like people have different lifestyles, and people can choose to do what you live once. They choose to do what they want to do with their lives. That you can't judge them on, right? So if someone graduates and has a great job and has his life together, but still wants to keep this part of him there because he just doesn't want to be fake or just live according to a norm of what society tells him to, he can still do these things, but in a manner where there's balance and he can achieve every single thing he wants to achieve. But let me ask you guys something. You guys have friends, obviously, and you have people that have obviously experienced quarantine similar to how you have. And people that have suddenly come into new relationships in quarantine. We're not saying it's because of quarantine, but they've just come into relationships. Do you think that these relationships that came by due to COVID, due to the pandemic, will last? Do you guys think that they would last?
Depends on the person and the situation.
Oh man.
Yeah, first,
Nah,
every
we're not doing
situation
this
is
again.
different.
Let's hear real answers.
Break it down. Say the truth, guys. Don't lie.
This is a podcast for we're real dudes on this podcast. We're not giving no fake answers, no fake info, nothing like that. We're being real.
Oh yeah, go first.
I should go first? I should answer my own question?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make sense, man. Why should I? Thank you.
That's all right, I got you, Obi. I got you. Ready?
My God.
I'm gonna give you an answer. Answer for the people. Still, let's be real. Like a lot of these people that get themselves in relationships, situationships, whatever you want to call them, in this time, like it's easy to say that not a lot of them are gonna last because it's like once the world frees up again and the streets open up again, like you're gonna see these people just move different, So that by the same token, though, you have people who've been in relationships for a long time, been in relationships for years and years and years. And when the world is open and whatever, two different people branch off and go to work and then come home to each other at the end of the day sort of thing. And now you have people who, even relationships with people who live with each other, you're with the stay at home orders and all that, you're seeing your significant other or, the people that you live with all the time. And then some people, you see a lot of breakups, like at least from what I know or what I'm hearing. I've heard a lot of people breaking up at this time too, because it's like they're tired of, their partner. They're seeing way more than they want to. And that causes a lot of problems. That causes a lot of infighting. It just causes, you know what I mean? And then not even just with each other, but, things with work problems, like COVID problems in general, the stresses that you have with what's going on with COVID, you're taking that out on your partner. And that's causing you all to have more fights, you know what I mean? Even if it's not your partner's fault, et cetera, et cetera. So that's causing more infighting between the two, and it's just like there's no getaway maybe between that relationship. There may not be a getaway, and so you're taking that out on each other, and then that relationship goes left. So it can go both ways. But going back to the main question, will other these relationships last once COVID is done? Like it's hard to say.
You wait and see. Right? We're gonna wait and see what's up. But when is the world gonna be normal again? Like when are we actually gonna be able to go to a club? Like you don't know. Like right now you need a mask everywhere. Are people gonna be wearing masks in the club and whining? Is that gonna happen?
Niggas will find a way. Let me tell you that. I tell you that.
Niggas will find a way.
So when are they gonna open the clubs? It's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a long time.
But it doesn't take.
But I don't think, to be honest, I don't think it'll take a while because now with even the UK and they were handling it poorly and they're now scheduled to be back in the clubs at end of July, right? So it's once vaccines are now out and frequent and people, the first couple of months people will be like, nah, I'm not trying to meet random people in the club. But after a couple of months, most people are vaccinated, people are just going to be like, fuck this shit. Yeah. And it'll be more so back to normal, even if it's not the right thing to do, but people will get back to normal.
Fair. Yeah. No one else wants to speak on that, what I just asked? I want everyone to talk in that question. In terms of relationships and if they're gonna last COVID.
Thing is, like, I think we all have very similar answers to this in terms of like, it depends on the person and the situation really. But in my experience, I would say that I think
expert experience.
They don't. I'm not an expert in this at all, but I'm just saying, I don't think they do because it just leads to so much rift in the relationship. Like, and then sometimes also the rift can come from this, like, the space in terms of like you guys aren't seeing each other as often, or it could be because you guys are seeing each other so much that now you're just becoming way too comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I had to pick one, I know I'm trying to be balanced, but if I had to pick one, I honestly don't think it does work.
Yeah.
But again, we do have people, even on this podcast, that can prove that it does. So maybe let me shift it on to my man Toby there, and he let me know what the other side is like.
What other side?
I'm
gonna say mine did not start during this quarantine, so I don't even apply to
True.
So you can't bring me in.
Rich want to say.
I can ask you.
Rich want to say something, Joe.
Yeah. So it depends on the person and the situation. That's for sure. It's just that.
It is that. That shit. That phrase works for every fucking thing. Huh?
Everything,
bro.
Man. Everything.
I'm gonna start using that for everything.
If you can.
What's my answer? Oh yeah.
Rich isn't finished, yeah?
Yeah, it's not done.
I said if it lasts, it lasts. If it doesn't last, it doesn't last.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, then what can you do?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like the question is, do you think it will? Like,
it's a hard question.
We have no idea of how it would or how it wouldn't. It's either going to or it's not going to. So it just doesn't.
Okay, for me, what I think is a lot of people, again, like a lot of people settled. I'm not saying it happened in your case, so don't take it as me. I'm talking to the audience now. Like, I'm not saying that your relationship now is her settling or him settling down with you because they couldn't be with someone else. But it's facts. At the end of the day, let's say she wanted to be with this dude who's in New York and they decided to have this long distance relationship, but it couldn't happen because this person could go to the States or this person could fly here. That's never gonna be an option. So they switch it up to the next best thing. You know what I'm saying? And then that becomes the situation at that point in time. So like I'm saying, COVID, it has influenced a lot, including relationships, right? And the moment this starts, the panoramic starts to die out, I think people are gonna have a lot more distractions, and it's going to influence relationships. Whether it breaks the relationship, I don't know. It's going to influence relationships, in my opinion.
But isn't that every single relationship? Like,
yeah, but that's every single relationship. You're right.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter if you're in lockdown or not in lockdown. If your options are, you know what I mean? Like, we have social media, we have everything. Yeah. So it's just
depends on the person and the situation.
Next topic, where you can't use personal situation.
All right.
But when we do come back from COVID, are you paying? Let's say you go on a date with this Ting. Are you paying, or is it okay if she tells you, "Don't worry about it, I'm gonna pay for my part of the date"? When you go on dates, okay. Let me rephrase this question.
No, the question makes sense. The
question is okay because you're all looking at me like, "What's this man saying?" But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
You're talking about.
What did you say, CJ? Yes.
You're talking about first dates?
Yeah. Well, me personally, the way I was raised, I would always pay first. It's just a thing of mine. Obviously, if it starts if it's like she's causing a scene about it, in terms of like, let's say you say, nah, she offers, and then I'm like, nah, let me pay, and then she's like, nah, like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's not by force, you know what I mean? But if she says, oh, let me take you out, and then I go, and then she says, okay, no, I'm, you know how sometimes they hit you with no, I'm the one that actually invited you out, so let me pay. I'll still, like, want to pay and probably try to pay. Yeah. Unless, I wouldn't, because then also, again, if you let her pay, I don't know, it just feels like more so
what if
like
she wants to pay?
A friend. Yeah, but then it's like a friend thing, huh?
You think so?
It's like a friend thing, huh? It's like, yeah, that's why, because if I'm with the man, them females, it's like my homegirls. If I'm with when I'm with my homegirls, I'll be like, yo, she's like, yo, let me buy you a little one too. Yeah. I'm like, let's go with my homegirls, right? But then, yeah, if it's someone actually courting or you have interest in, it's like, yeah, now it's still offer.
At least what if she's trying to send you a message by saying she wants to pay?
And I'll be like, message received, but like, the message has been, but I think, you see, but with that, for her to even ask you out, or for her to suggest let's whatever, that's already at least some sort of like interest, right?
Oh, but sometimes women just do it. You took her out. Exactly. The situation is you're taking her out.
Oh no, then that's a given. That one I would definitely pay for that, because that's like just again, the way I was just like, if you're inviting someone out and you're asking them to like take some time out of their day, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like unless obviously if she was like, I'm not gonna let you pay, like, well, then we all meet up and then something like that. But if it's something where it's in the moment, it's like, nah, I wouldn't.
No, what I mean is,
okay. I wouldn't let her pay.
Okay, good.
Hold on. In that situation specifically, like, what do you guys think about that thing where people say it depends on who has who out? Like, if the chick asks you out, would you still pay?
So that's what I'm saying. For both situations,
pride. Because of pride, I would pay. Because I have pride as like, this might sound misogynistic, or you know what I'm saying. It's just like, as a man, I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna want to pay for myself.
Yoruba demons.
Huh?
Yoruba demons. Hey. That's whatever they. I've read some people call it Yoruba demon. Should I drop names?
Slow down. But what I'm trying to say is, you take this girl. You take this girl out on a date, it's the first date thing, right? And then you're about to pay. And then you know that P of, she says, no, I got it. I got my own, type of thing. And it's like, oh, she's just, it's either you confuse it for her being a woman of like values, where it's like, I have values, I want to pay for myself, or she's hinting to you, bruv, this was a dead P. I'm not feeling you. Like, there's so many like cues you could grab from that, and it's like, then at that point you could either be like, oh no, you insist to pay, and then she backs off. She's like, oh yeah, all right, I'm gonna let him pay. That could now be, she could just be fronting for forming, let me pay, let this guy just pay for my free dinner. Or she's actually feeling you and she just wants to elevate your masculinity. You know how women like to just pad your masculinity. Your women are very smart. Like, they're very smart.
So then they pay for the dinner in order for them to elevate your masculinity.
They don't pay.
No. They let you pay so that you feel like you're the guy.
You feel like you're the guy that's like, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, question. Now, to flip that around, if she says she's going to pay or she wants to pay and she really likes you, she's expressed that she really likes you, and that's probably going to be the tone of the relationship going forward. Are you, as a dude, are you going to be okay with that?
You're basically, like,
paying for you out? She's paying for you outside. She's like, and then she starts asking, yo, you cook more. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. When the commands start coming in,
you're basically asking me if I'm okay with having a sugar mommy. Yes.
No, but then he's saying, no, but I was with you there until this man started saying she's gonna start telling you cook more and like commanding you around the house.
Listen,
I'm not cooking and cleaning. I'm not cooking and cleaning.
She might ask you to cook, bro.
I ain't cooking and cleaning. Nah.
I think if it's 50-50,
you answer the question. Don't get answer that. You answer the question.
You said you didn't want to be misogynistic.
No. I'm not saying. Hey. That is not demons. There's no such thing as gender roles out here. I'm not saying women or men are supposed to be doing whatever, but I'm saying for me, if someone directs me to cook and clean for them, it's not happening.
Then there is roles. What are you talking about, bro?
No, like what you asked.
If it's something that you feel, if it's something that you feel like you're like no, like why would I do that?
No. You know, but Rich, I don't feel that way because of my gender. I feel that way because I'm a person. I don't want to do that for someone else. Naturally. Not my gender. Yeah. So the moment you start to feel that way because of your gender, that's when you think there's gender roles.
Let me say something.
Yeah.
Let's say in the future, you have your wife and everything, right? And your wife is making a considerable amount of money more than you are, right? And she just tells you to help her out more in the house. You're not gonna do it?
Oh, that I'll do. Like
if I'm making bands too, I'm busy.
I'm not saying she's making more bands.
No, but then you also have.
I'm busy.
And she's busier than
we'll hire a house, a lady.
Yo, this guy's just basically saying no.
Yeah.
We'll hire someone that can come and do the job.
My issue comes when it's like some person you're dating and stuff, bro. That's not. I'm not gonna be your servant. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if it's my wife, bro, that's now we're life partners. You know, obviously that balances out. Whatever. Again, if I'm a bum, like I'm just not doing shit, and then she's like the one working and everything, or if I'm like actually like a house dad. If that's how it turns out to be, then obviously you gotta hold your part. You gotta contribute in some sort of fashion, right? But if it's someone you went on 2 dates with, let's say they offer to pay for some reason, you let her pay, and then now she feels like she can just command you, like are you Jesus?
That's crazy though. That's an exception.
That's like
someone that's crazy.
So you made a point though. He said if it's your life partner, you can make accommodations because you're married.
Mm-hmm. And you're going into 50-50.
Yeah. When someone you're dating, it doesn't really make sense to me to do those things. If you're married,
sorry.
Yeah, but like, listen, if you're gonna get married to the person, so you're saying that you're only gonna do it if you're married.
Yeah.
No, okay, let me clarify. Not married.
How would they know that you're gonna do it if you don't show?
That's what I'm saying. Let me clarify. Someone I feel like, if I'm at that point in terms of mentally, okay, this is gonna be my wife, or this is that person for me. That's what I mean. Like just that type of like commitment. Obviously, you've got to build to it. But if I see like obviously, if you're not married, I don't see a point where if you're not living together where you would have to now be like, you know what I mean? Because obviously I'll still cook for someone like any other time. But if it's for it to become my job, that's what I'm saying. I would have to be like a commitment of like marriage.
Yeah.
But obviously, I like cooking, so I can cook for my girlfriend anytime. Like that's not a thing.
Yeah.
But when it's becoming,
it wasn't like a job kind of thing. It wasn't like like she was gonna ask you to cook every single day for her.
Okay. Oh no, I don't mind cooking. Like that's fine. I like cooking.
If I may ask, the beginning of this question said, if the woman makes more money than you.
Yeah.
Is that a factor of whether you should help out at home or should you just be regardless? Will you help out at home regardless without her making more money than you? You can be making more money than her or you can be equal, but I feel like it should still be the same, right?
Yeah, you're right. Honestly, the way we were brought up in Africa, the old times, which is outdated, which shouldn't be the way things go. There shouldn't be gender roles like I was talking to Rich and I said. So I feel like if there's something that you can do to help around in the household and you're married to this person, you should do it. It shouldn't be based off of your gender.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like in Africa, back where we grew up, it's like the housewife stays at home, the housewife cooks, the housewife takes the kids to school, whereas the pops just goes and brings the money home. That whole patriarchy piece should die.
That's right, Obi. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up.
You know, I was already clean. My slate was clean, bro. My slate was clean. I had my PRT real quick.
Have you ever cooked for a girl before?
Me, yeah. Why not? If you like doing it, why not do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, bro, it's food. People place so much like importance on things that shouldn't be, like importance shouldn't be placed on.
Okay, let's talk about cleaning then. You cleaned for a girl before.
What's cleaning? Like, if you're a clean person, you're clean. Like, right? Normally.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
so,
it doesn't matter.
These are not big issues. Like,
it's a small thing.
It's not a big thing, is it?
I think honestly the biggest thing is if your partner is not a clean person or doesn't cook at all, you know what I mean? Doesn't even put in the effort to clean or cook.
Yeah.
I think that's when you start to get to a problem. Like if we're both like, you want to cook tonight, like that's a relationship or a marriage that can actually work. But to be like, I'm never clean, like, so you should clean up. Like, no, we're both grown adults.
Yeah.
You should be able to clean up after yourself or clean up a little bit. You know what I mean? You can't just be lying in dirt the whole time. And plus, you should be able to at least make something for yourself to live.
Yeah. And going back to the main question about if you let a girl pay for a date. Yeah, everybody wants feminism, going forward and all this, the new way of thinking and all that. But as a guy, I don't think you should ever let a girl pay for a date, especially if it's when you're courting her or anything. Because even if she's doing it out of like she's independent, she wants to feel like no man is. She's not depending on a man. It's always gonna come back and bite.
So let me tell you something. No guy actually goes like no guy hits a girl up telling her, "Hey, I want to take you here," and then goes there and tells her. And then tells the waitress or the waiter, I want to split the bill.
Most guys no, apparently that's happening. Apparently, like, Canadian dudes are doing that. Like, I've heard that a lot. Like, girls are always, like, talking about that. Yeah, like, it's like, even on Twitter and stuff, it's always a thing.
If you tell someone, hey, I want to take this time out of your day to take you somewhere. Bro, if you've taken time out of the day.
No, but I think
the whole bill.
No, I think that's for us, right? I think that's more so, again, just the way it depends on how you're raised in society and how that was.
I was going to say, like, what if you guys are in a relationship for a long period of time and you lose your job? Before this, you're paying, right? Yeah. You lose your job. Yeah. Now you're struggling. But you still want to kind of go out and, like, you have social obligations. Friends have birthdays. Have graduations, all that kind of stuff. You're going to get invited to these kind of things, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be in expensive places. You don't have the money.
Yeah.
Would you then let her pay?
Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
I think some guys will go in some serious debt.
Okay, is she a girlfriend? Is she a wife? What is she?
Let's say she's a long-term girlfriend.
How? Oh, yeah, that's...
Okay. Say a year.
That's a tight one.
No.
You still have to kind of
one that up.
I'll be a bit resistant. If it's 1 year, it's not that. It's very new.
So wait, Rich, is she coming with you to these social gatherings or outings with like friends? She's coming with you. Okay.
And like her friends, your friends might be seeing the transactions. You know what I mean?
Okay, Rich. The thing is, you could be smart about it. You can go with her. She goes with you. Just limit what you do. Limit how much you personally spend.
That's what
if you limit your spend, then it doesn't really look like she's carrying you like that.
I'll say you have to be responsible. Yeah. Like you're saying, you get invited to all these things. If you're in a bad place, you also have to look at yourself individually. You should know that I'm in a bad place right now. I'm not gonna put all my social things on her. I'm not gonna go to every party I'm invited to. I'm not gonna go eat outside all the time I can. You should also be thoughtful in what you're doing too. And it goes the opposite way. And if a lady too, if her man has all the money, I mean, if he can do it, he should take her out and spend as much money as he can. But if a guy is just in early 20s and he's also struggling too, and a girl has no job or anything, they should also be careful in what they want to do and the social things they want to participate in. You don't go for every birthday party you're invited to if you don't have the money. It makes no sense. Even if you have a girl or boyfriend that has the money, you should also be thinking about your own dignity at least. If you have no shame, then yeah. I mean, some people have no shame. They'll carry their people anywhere, even if the person has money or not.
But you can't really say, no, I don't want to go to, I don't know, like your friends, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna be like, oh, like you're gonna let your girl go to whatever her friend's social circle is and be like, oh yeah, he couldn't come, he was sick, like, you know what I mean?
No, that's the thing. If it's her thing, that she has to go for, and she's telling you that you go. Like she knows if she knows the situation like both of you are in, and that's you've already made your point clear that
you sit up.
Look, I'm in this point right now. You say right up. I can't go for this. If she offers to take you there and it's fine, then you go. But you don't just go. You don't just get invited to a party and you go straight up and let her know there or let him know there that you have no money.
Yeah, the thing is, you just don't milk the situation. Just don't milk the situation.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Just on the same topic. Let's run it back a little bit. First date. You met a chick you like. You guys have been talking for about a week. You take her out.
Mm-hmm.
This is coming from a true story. So,
give us the story. No. Give us the story. We need at least on these episodes. Give us a story.
And you'll get the story. It's pretty straightforward. But it's like, I know a friend, a female, who she's been talking to this guy for about a weekend, about 2 weeks, I think about a week or two. And she's seeing the guy and everything. And then they go out on a date. Boom. Go out having a nice dinner and everything. The guy, seems to offer a fee to his bars. Hefty bill comes to the table, like, I don't know, maybe $200 or something. Man swipes the man swipes decline. No. Accept it even. That's the thing. They get outside and it's time to go home, right? So chick's like, yeah, I ordered an Uber. Bye, I need to go. And the guy goes like, what do you mean? like thanks for dinner, I'll text you when I get home, when I get home safe, all that. The guy's like, it doesn't make sense. He says, I've never had this before. And the chick says, what do you mean? He's like, why? And the guy says, well, I've never spent $10 on my girl, I've not even gotten a kiss or something. And you guys know these people. So like, my question is, does how much you spend on the date, especially if it's like a first date, equal to how much you get after the date?
Because this podcast. Okay, before you talk, wait 1 sec. Before you speak, I just want to clarify that this podcast, on here we do not, we don't move. All men here are respectable men, and we love.
Oh yeah.
And we do not expect to gain anything in return in exchange for any dates.
For sure.
None of the guys here.
No one here does that. So whatever you hear are just our ideas on topics that we discuss.
But it's a true story about someone else. Though.
If you as a man, you go on a date and you plan on spending a lot of money, and in your mind you think you are entitled to any physical, payback or whatever, you're fucking stupid, to be honest. Because I agree. So many ways. There's even because it's about game. Yeah, there's even ways you can get a woman in your bed with just the words you say. You get me? If you rely on money and the money now doesn't work, and you now start asking, you're gonna
Mr. Bitches, Mr. Bitches, Mr. Bitches.
I'm not. I don't know. You guys are Tinder boys.
I'm not even on Tinder.
I'm sure there's ways that
take it easy.
Online. Let me finish. You can chat to a thing, speak game on the phone, bro, and she will reach your crib. Have you spent any money there? Nah. So if a guy goes out and he spends $200, that's not even a hefty bill. You spend $200 and you expect her now at least a kiss. You're a fool, bro.
No,
I don't know. Okay, so this is what I think, right? I think never go into these first days expecting anything, and
never go to anything like anything with the woman. You know what I mean?
And at the end of the day, just touching on that, at the end of the day, like Kobe's right, and Toby's right too, bro. There's no expectation for any woman to come into any date, and you can't, as a dude, expect to get something after that. You know what I mean? Like it's on you. You want her, especially if you want to take her out. Like there's no obligation on her end to do anything at the end.
And just to.
Sorry,
I think just to clarify this Richard story, right? I'm sure the guy I'm thinking the guy he wasn't getting the thinking, like expecting sex, just to like, I think I know this story. Like, he wasn't expecting sex, but that 200 has bedazzled chicks. Like in his history, that's why the guy was like, you know what I mean? He was surprised. So he was mostly surprised, not so. I think let's clean that up just in case. Like, it's not like it was like, you have to fuck me. It was like, oh shit, this didn't work. Like the 200, I swiped 200, and it didn't even like move the needle for a kiss. That's I think like it is like shock.
You don't have to save the man.
Yeah, man. Yo, guys, it's been real getting back, catching up, talking to you all about these topics we love to bring to the audience every time, and obviously share our personal experiences as young African Canadians or soon to be Canadians. But yeah, guys, we appreciate the love. Yeah, help us, man. We appreciate the love as always. This has always been real talks with real people, Faxplustax. You know how we do. And we're signing off. We'll see you soon on the next episode. Thanks for
like and subscribe. Leave some ideas in the comments. We're going to talk about
come on, man. What's up with the comments? Give us some comments, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. But yeah, like, we love y'all. We appreciate love. Whether it be one like, one follow, whatever, we're gonna get to where we want to be, and that's what we hope. Thank y'all for listening again, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.
Peace.